Listening, we're listening to the police scanner.
Ambulance 32, Atlanta 32. Respond to call at 11:55 East 100 North Street. Inodum. On fire 1.
It's unrelated. They just said there was a possible sighting of the suspect on the interstate. They called some units out, and then they also called for. They called for agency assistance at UVU, Utah Valley University. And then right after they called for agency assistance at UVU, they said, I forgot where they said, but they said possible sighting of shooting suspect on getting off at an exit. That's a fire. It's unrelated. Dude, the police scanner is crazy. So this is a juvenile that was loitering that a business wanted to trespass. He was loitering on the property. There's a juvenile that was homeless. And they got him a bed at a facility. This is all unrelated. I'm just listening for anything that says anything about 900 East. We're listening for 900 East, or we're listening for possible suspects sightings. She did say disregard that last thing, but that was later. I don't know if she was talking about, because she said a code. She said disregard that last da-da-da-da. So I don't know if that was referring to the sighting or because there was a bunch of things said in between. Maybe it was, I don't know the codes. Are you allowed to listen to a police scanner? Yes, listening to police scanners is legal. Anyway, is Crowder live? Charlie Kirk posted in November of 2016, you can tell a lot about a person by how they react when someone dies. I'm going to read this is so stupid.
If you want to just start checking the Walmart parking lot, I'll be there in a second. Requesting us to watch for bullet trucks with an out-of-state plate driving at high rates of speed.
That's it. I think.
Right shoulder not blocking with a flat tire. They do have a spare. No jack, no further.
Oh, no, that's something else.
Correction, RP was not a passerby. He is assault.
That's something different. They said it was a white. I think they said it was a white SUV.
153.
I'm gonna read what Crowder put out.
An address correct for this VIN inspection. I'm in the area and I can't find it.
It's
It
different.
was put in by the base, so I'm not sure. I can't really confirm, but it did geo-verify.
On September 10th, 2025, this is from Denver Fire Department, FD. Initial victim suspects, high profile. At approximately 12:24, conservative political influencer Charlie Kirk was shot and killed at the Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. Mr. Kirk was speaking at the university as part of the American Comeback Tour. Multiple SLC 1 and 3 agents responded immediately. The suspect fired one shot from an elevated position on a rooftop in an adjacent building on the campus, and surveillance video shows the suspect jumping off and fleeing the area on foot. ATF and other law enforcement located an older model imported Mauser .30-06. Is that a 30-06? Is that what, or is that something different? I don't know guns. Caliber bolt action rifle wrapped in a towel in a wooded area near the campus. The location of the firearm appears to match the suspect's route of travel. The spent cartridge was still chambered, in addition to 3 unspent rounds in the top-fed magazine. All cartridges have engraved wording on them expressing transgender and anti-fascist ideology. An emergency trace has been submitted, and ATF SLC is working leads generated by the trace. The firearm and ammunition have been linked by the FBI for DNA analysis, or taken by the FBI for DNA analysis and fingerprint impressions. Upon completion of forensics, the firearm will be disassembled for additional importer information. Multiple people of interest have been contacted or detained because of eyewitness testimony and review of video footage. Primary suspect is yet to be identified. ATF is assisting in the investigation with multiple other federal, state, and local partners, and the case is co-led by the FBI and Utah SBI. SBI Forensics. That white vehicle outside that house said SBI Forensics. I knew it didn't say SLC. I couldn't really tell what it said, but I could see an S and an I, and I was like, what is that? What is SBI? Special something investigation? Special Bureau. What is Utah SBI? Utah State Bureau of Investigation. So that vehicle was a State Bureau of Investigation forensics vehicle.
Central Ambulance 62 arrived at Spanish Fork Hospital.
But I don't think those guys, they're still at that house. I walked Echo and I checked. By the way, side note, I got Echo a can of wet food and I poured it in his bowl and mixed a little bit of it with the hard food. Left some just wet food, and then it slowly turns into the hard food. And he ate quite a bit. He's happy now. You feel better? You're going to be shitting everywhere now. You are. I know. Oh, you burping. You look happy. He was like smiling at me. He's like, but he ate, so that's good. I can't afford to be buying all this canned food. You guys got to send some super chat so I can afford to feed my dog special food because he's got his stomach issues. Anyway, back to this. Where's the Discord? Dude, I'm very tempted to ban Mel from the Discord for putting some dumb shit in there. No, that's not important. What's up, Art? What's up, ZT then? Where's the update? What's the update on the possible sighting?
Any mileage?
Okay, let me make sure there's nothing on the screen that you guys can't see here. 1 second. So, this is a picture of the alleged weapon. Do I have to say alleged with a weapon? Oh, where'd my camera go? So this is the gun. And apparently, the shells had.
438 North Lane. His 10-year-old son was missing for over 15 minutes. She then said he is located.
That was the missing child from a while ago. Let's go, Echo. Good boy.
AK 52, I copy 542.
Problem is, I gave him food and then I took him out and he still wasn't pooping. I'm gonna have to take him out. I'm gonna have to take him out again. So there's this, and then 1 second. We've got suspect image released.
24 Central, copy private impound.
So it's possible that house, because the SBI forensics was there, they were taking evidence out. Everybody else seemed chill. You know, nobody else was getting arrested if you saw that. It's possible maybe they recognized this guy and he had stayed there. Maybe he rented a room there or something. Who just arrived? Who arrived at the jail? So there's an. I don't know. I'm trying to think. If I ever seen this guy.
310 South, 500 East.
All right. So that's that. Now I'm going to find the address from this morning. And it's going to link a lot of the things that Crowder released. It's going to tie them in. I'm going to search this.
alone. There's an individual starting to bang on the door. One of RP's door handle ringing the doorbell. Hence, about 6 minutes ago, RP does have video footage.
It's not related. This is it. 19 hours ago? No, that's not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for was just this morning.
I copy that, John.
FBI provides updated search for the assassin. Okay, that's what I want.
Those lockers that have sustained gunshots. I think that we have fluids that need to be cleaned up, some of that kind of thing.
So it sounds like there were students and teachers hiding in locked areas as
No
the
question.
shooter was going through.
No question. That I can't praise the staff and the students enough for doing what they learned to do, whether it was 10 years ago, 15 years ago, or it was something they learned at their first day class here. They did the right thing. They locked down, and I'm not judging anyone who fled, but lots and lots of kids
this is
and
Evergreen.
teachers locked down in those rooms.
We will talk about, there's so much news on the Monday night show. We've got Russia moving into NATO in Poland. We've got the Evergreen shooting. We've got the Charlie Kirk stuff. Any updates? We'll talk about those on Monday. There's other stuff I have in my notes too. It's been a crazy week. This week's going by fast.
Did what they were supposed to do, and we know that it saved lives.
That's it.
They're heroes,
Have you found
our
a motive?
teachers.
Enough of my other co-workers who was with me, they perished. Even my friend Rosa Gonzalez, they perished that day.
This is,
And being in the hospital.
okay, this is what I'm looking for.
Quote, political assassination. In a video message that was filmed in the Oval Office, President
College
Trump
age.
called Kirk, quote, a martyr for truth and freedom. And as we mentioned this morning during his 9/11 anniversary comments, Trump announced that Kirk will be awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom. He's credited there with rallying young Republicans to vote in the presidential election. Now, the shooter, again, has not been identified or arrested. While 2 people were detained yesterday, neither of them to the unit. J.D. Vance and his wife, Usha, as we always do. We are going to head to a... You're watching live. On the East Coast and 8:07, all of your time. And I do. Crime scene does remain active, and the search is underway for the assassin who killed Charlie Kirk yesterday as he was speaking at an event there under a matter of 20 minutes or so. We will be joined by a witness who was there reporting at the time as those shots were fired. He'll join us here live on Live Now from Fox to break it all down. Now, earlier on this morning, we were able to catch a portion of that news conference with the Utah Department of Public Safety and the FBI providing all of the latest details, including that the gun that was used in the assassination has been located. If you missed it, I do want to play it for you fairly brief here on Live Now from Fox.
I don't know if this is the full thing. Fairly brief. Okay, this is it.
Good morning. I am Bo Mason, Commissioner for the Utah Department of Public Safety. I'd be remiss if we didn't start off today and recognize the significance of the day. Historically, on 9/11, law enforcement has come together as a group to recognize and honor those that sacrificed to preserve the ideals of this country, the freedoms of this country. And instead, we find ourselves today hunting a murderer who chose to violate our rights, the rights of an individual within this country. Just to recap yesterday's events, at around 12:20 p.m., political influencer Charlie Kirk was at Utah Valley University participating in a student-sponsored event with Turning Point USA. Charlie was shot at that event. He was transported to a local hospital where he later passed.
Yeah, I heard people saying there's no way he passed at the hospital later. Bro, why would you say that? Why would somebody say that? You don't know. Dude, there's been people that have had their whole throat slashed and they've survived. If you put pressure on it, you can survive that. He didn't. But his security acted quickly. They put pressure on the wound, but so much blood had already got out that, you know, and the hole was probably too big. He didn't make it. But to just, you know, somebody was like, "There's no way he died instant." It's like, what's wrong with you? What are you talking about? And people are saying the dude doing the hat nod thing, that's retarded. Stop spreading that. That's stupid.
Last night, his body was moved to the state office of the medical examiner. We will continue to facilitate movements to get him home today and with his family. Yesterday, during the investigative process, we located a couple of persons of interest. We interviewed those individuals.
Dude, Rob Knorr, listening to Rob Knorr and listening to Tim Pool, their coverage of this, man, I was about to break down at work. They had me, like, as the night went on longer and longer, it just, because at first we weren't joking about the situation, but we were laughing and joking and talking and stuff on my stream. But then as the night went on and I kept listening to it, it just like hit me harder that, and I don't know Charlie Kirk, but like what he, you know, it's got me wanting to. That's not red. It's got me wanting to like do better. Do better. I hate that expression, but it's got me wanting to totally stop drinking because I watched this clip of him and he's like, if you want to drink alcohol, that's fine. Drink some alcohol. But you know what? All of the best, most powerful, smartest, richest men don't drink alcohol. Trump doesn't drink alcohol. Charlie Kirk doesn't drink alcohol. It makes your mind foggy. It makes you forget things. And I see the effects. I've been drinking forever, and I'm not as sharp as I was when I was younger. I forget things all the time. My recall is not what it used to be. And his work ethic, everybody talked about his work ethic and what he built so fast, like makes you want to better yourself.
Individuals, and after releasing them and after clearing them of being suspects, they face scrutiny, they face threats. We ask the public to be patient with the investigative process. These individuals were not suspects.
Hold on one second. Listen to the police scanner while I go get some coffee real quick. I tried to do a police call records thing on that house over there, and I can't figure out how to do it. Everybody doing all right? Yes, sir.
Suspects, they were people of interest. We ask that you do not impose into those people and that investigative process. They don't deserve that harassment for being subject to that. I'd like to thank all the investigators that are involved in this. They have worked around the clock. All day yesterday, through the night last night, investigators from the State Bureau of Investigations, from county, from city agencies, the university, our federal partners with the FBI, the ATF, and
called
many
back that
others.
they were driving the same
Those are just a few
direction.
of the
They're
people
coming
that we
up
have
on
involved in
Millpond and
this. I'd like
Pioneer
to
right
thank all
now.
of them for
They're in
their
the
strong
construction
work.
area.
Through all that work last night, we were able to make a few.
That
few
lady's
breakthroughs.
voice, that voice, she's the one that called about the possible suspect sighting. So whenever she talks,
Your luggage and the rocks ARP moved to the southeast corner of the intersection.
she's tracking a vehicle with a possible suspect sighting in it. So whenever she talks, we got to listen. There's going to be a lot. It's a police scanner. There's going to be other unrelated calls. But when she talks and she's talking about this vehicle that they're tracking, but there's two vehicles that they're, one is somebody who's driving erratically and they're in like a green car. And I'm getting them mixed up. I'm not sure which one's which. So
we were able to track the movements of the shooter. Starting at 11:52 a.m., this subject arrived on campus, shortly away from campus. We have tracked his movements onto the campus, through the stairway.
Negative. Flight 8 says return to auto match out of forum.
Uh-oh. Also got a name of the owner of the vehicle that with the possible suspect, but
Copy 1837. It's going to be at the Rad Swim on Timpanogos Highway. There is a female employee that was feeling uncomfortable with a male in the store who keeps coming back. Say the male's wearing a black shirt and jeans. A white male. Therapy was watching on the camera. Stated the employee has left and is now at the Myers. The male is still in the store by himself.
I don't know. I don't know if that's related to the. I don't know if that's a possible suspect sighting or something, just some weird guy that's walking around a hardware store.
Wells up to the roof, across the roof to a shooting location.
Route as well.
After the shooting, we were able to track his movements as he moved to the other side of the building, jumped.
We got cops
off
en
of the
route.
building, and fled.
7-9 Salt Lake before check.
There's going to be a lot of false calls.
Copy 1215.
Now that the picture's been released, there's going to be a lot of and also that picture does not say, it says person of interest. Shut up, Marilyn.
Off of the campus and into a neighborhood. Our investigators have worked through those neighborhoods, contacting anybody they can with doorbell cameras, witnesses, and have thoroughly worked through those communities, trying to identify any leads.
When something like this happens and you immediately jump to conspiracies, it's fine to speculate and say, maybe I hear people saying maybe it's I don't even know if I can say that. Maybe it's an intelligence group from a certain country. People speculate about that. Maybe it's some sort of government thing like that. But to speculate and say, let's look at all the possibilities. Let's try to look at it from all angles and consider everything. That's one thing. But to just say, they're all actors, it's the feds. That's retarded, Marilyn. Come on. That makes the real skeptics and the real people who are trying to figure stuff out look bad.
We do have good video footage of
Aliens
this individual.
did it, man.
We are not going to release that at this time.
Did you see what God did to us, man?
We are working through some technologies and some ways to identify this individual. If we are
The hit therapy then left, speeding towards the back of the bill about 5 minutes.
That's
ago.
irrelevant. That's just a hit and run.
unsuccessful, we will reach out to you as the media and we will push that publicly to help us identify them. But we are
This guy doesn't say much. It's the next guy we want to listen to.
confident in our abilities right now, and we would like to move forward in a manner that keeps everyone safe and moves this process appropriately. Last night I communicated with Erica. The family's devastated. As a commissioner of public safety, as a father, as a husband, I can only imagine what that family's going through. The heinous event that happened yesterday is not Utah. This is not what we're known for. Over the past several...
We just had a dude get killed at the No Kings protest. We had a guy get killed in his house because he threatened to shoot Biden when Biden was coming here. This is becoming what Utah's known for. Like,
several weeks, we've seen this
it's not a good thing.
state come together to help families in mourning, come together as a community to show what Utah is known for a state of character, of service, of camaraderie, of a neighboring feel. We will not stand for what happened yesterday.
Utah DPS. We have good video of shooter.
We are exhausting every lead. We have every officer invested in this, every investigator, every local agency.
Damn, Mormons. You know, Mormons think that if they're perfect, they become gods. Kind of like you, Marilyn.
The outpouring of support from the law enforcement community has been astounding. We are investing everything we have into this, and we will catch this individual. Having walked through the crime scene, through the hallways of this school, through the classrooms, I can't imagine what the people on scene felt as well. A horrific event where some of them barricaded in classrooms, some of them ran in fear. Can't overstate.
Yeah, that's why I said kind of like you. Not exactly like you, but kind of like you.
Go for squad 6-2. So I head up this way. We'll split up, see what we can find. On to Spanish Oaks Drive right now. We'll meet you up there.
Hey, thank you, Marshall. Yeah, Marshall, thank you.
The tragedy and the horrific event that yesterday was, and how we will work to bring to justice the actions of one individual or any other individuals that assisted in that.
You got energy now, huh?
Our state has gone through a lot, and we will come out successful. With that, I'll turn the time over to Special Agent Bowles.
This guy.
780 West and 1850 North.
Good morning.
Going to be checking out a tip.
My name is Robert Bowles.
Possible suspect from yesterday's shooting.
And I am the special agent in charge of the Salt Lake field office. Following yesterday's tragic shooting of Charlie Kirk, FBI agents have been working around the clock in coordination with our law enforcement partners. We are and will continue to work nonstop until we find the person that has committed this heinous crime and find out why they did it. This morning I can tell you that we have recovered what we believe is the weapon that was used in yesterday's shooting. It is a high-powered bolt-action rifle.
Which matches what Crowder's thing said.
That rifle was
not Crowder, but
We drive over by the driving range. We took a hard left. We're going down Eagles Drive at this time.
The letter that Crowder dropped this morning, that matches.
Was recovered.
But listen to what they leave out. What was in the letter that they leave out. I think he leaves it out. I only heard this once, so maybe I'm wrong.
In a wooded area where the shooter had fled. So the FBI laboratory will be analyzing this weapon.
Yep.
Investigators have also collected footwear impression, a palm print, and forearm imprints for analysis. Now, I understand there are a lot of questions.
He didn't say anything about the shell casings.
About motive. I assure you that all leads, tips, and tips are being fully investigated. As of this morning, we have received more than 130 tips. We thank the community for that. The FBI has brought every resource to bear, and we will continue to do so throughout the course of this investigation. The FBI's mission is to protect the American people.
I gotta turn that one up.
It's to uphold the Constitution of the United States. Any attack on the
Maverick teamed up with Gatorade to bring you the ultimate
Dude, it's so weird it does this now. It does ads like this.
rig in the Adventure Awaits sweepstakes. One lucky.
That is why First Amendment, the FBI's mission is to protect the American people. It's to uphold the Constitution of the United States. Any attack on the First Amendment.
Club right now. There's a tractor just off the hill that is kicking up a bunch of dust that could potentially look like smoke. I believe that's what we were looking into. Everything is code 4 on this side, though.
Gun club, tractor kicking up dust. I think that's unrelated to.
If you guys don't see anything else over there, we'll go ahead and clear.
But maybe. So I'm not sure if that's one suspect sighting or maybe possibly 3 suspect sightings right now. We have the car that they were tracking, then we have the other car, and then we have the weird guy walking around the hardware store.
Very nice.
Very good.
Lobby.
Hi, copy. Show me around.
Amendment is an attack on the very foundation of our democracy.
Six, would you show me the liquor store? I'll follow up.
That is why we will
Liquor store following up on. That's probably unrelated. That's probably a hobo.
relentlessly pursue this case and the shooter until we find him. We also continue to grieve with the family and the community. It's our community. If you have any video or images from the shooting, we ask you to please submit them to our digital media tip website at www.fbi.gov/Utah Valley Shooting. You can also call the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI. We truly rely on the public's help in these types of cases, and no tip is too small or insignificant. Thank you.
That's it. They're going to ask some questions, but
116.
he doesn't say anything about the shell casings with the writing on them. Why would they leave that out? I wonder.
1837, your people have the employee come out to the front of the store.
Oh, we got the update on Crazy Hardware Store, man.
366.
366.
No
Can you
problem.
clear that call?
Okay, there's a
I can't come back.
unit at the hardware store. The employee's coming out. Now I don't know. I don't know if Crazy Hardware Store guy is a possible suspect. They didn't say that. They just described him.
Totally kind of 550.
I'm waiting to hear about the 2 possible suspect sightings. That's possibly a third.
Yeah, 260 with negative contact. Kenny?
Negative contact?
East Marketplace Drive. In Spanish Fork. SSA Turbulence 61. 765. East Marketplace Drive.
They got an AI dispatcher now.
Headed back towards UVU unless you have another call you need help with.
Heading back towards UVU.
My ending for the hospital was 841. I'm en route to the Utah County Jail, and my beginning mileage will be the same.
That's something different. I can't hear the question.
Absolutely. So what I'll release about the suspect is
They said that you're good to just...
suspect blended in well with a college institution. And we're not releasing many details right now, and we will soon. But right now we're not. But that individual appears to be of college age. We are confident in our abilities to track that individual. If we're unsuccessful in identifying them immediately. We will reach out to the public's help and the media's help in pushing those photos. That was a new development overnight, working through the night, studying those cameras. So that's something that's new and that we're working through right now. As far as the security, I cannot speak to that. Neither the Department of Public Safety nor the Federal Bureau of Investigation was involved in the planning or security of this event, and that'll have to be a question later for other agencies.
And so they had a homicide detective on. Echo, are you gonna poop? Now that you ate, you gotta poop. Go out there. What are you doing? Guys, I think I have to run. Because he didn't eat for like 4 days, and he ate a bunch. And I think it's hitting him. I'm going to run him just outside real fast. You guys can listen to the police scanner and watch the chair. Sorry about this, but my dog's sick. So that's important right now. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Chair. He still can't take a doo-doo, but he tried. He had some Hershey squirts. Anything happen while I was gone? Chair song in Discord? You guys make me an AI chair song? Let me see. Oh, I can't wait. Where is it? Music? The empty chair. Oh, God. Here we go.
There's a lawn chair sitting by the water's edge. Sun-bleached plastic cracked along the ledge. I sit and watch, though no one's there. Just an empty seat, but it pulls my stare. Florida man, he's out raising hell. Wrestling gators or dodging jail, while I keep watch on that lonesome chair. It ain't much, but it keeps me there.
This is gonna have to be the new chair song whenever I get up and leave the chair.
He's out there somewhere, wild and free, riding a jet ski through the Everglades Sea. Meanwhile, this chair, it don't move, it don't sway, but it holds all the stories he left that day. The sky turns pink, then a fiery red. The chair stays silent, but it speaks instead. A Florida man, he's out chasing storms, breaking the rules, rewriting norms. And here I sit in the humid air, guarding the secrets of that empty chair. Maybe he's fishing, maybe he's gone, maybe he's dancing till the break of dawn. This chair don't judge, it don't ask why, it just waits for him under the southern sky.
Nice. That's got to be the new song that plays whenever I leave the chair. Whenever I leave chair, I got to play that. How do I download it? You have to download it? What's up, Emmett? All right, you guys broke me. I tried to avoid the AI music thing.
Just confirming 700 East, 300 South.
South, that's really close to here.
Hi, Jay Victor 100.
It's like 5 blocks away. I tried to avoid the AI music, but I'm gonna have to play this whenever I leave the chair. Share, copy link, share to
4347 North Major, issuing a bird entry barrage.
I sent it to you in MP3. On what? Discord or how'd you send it to me?
It's 240. 14. It comes back from Elijah Anderson. Valid expires 9/28
In Discord?
and -29.
Direct message?
Oh, thank you. Okay, 12:40.
I don't see a message from you. Maybe I have to accept you as a friend or something. Pending. Oh my God, I have all these pending friends requests. Sorry, people. I don't even know I have these when I have them. Ask your bartender. I don't know who this is, but sure. Ogira, Vibe, Steelman, Olivia. Who is that? Oh, that's the guy from the other day. Have these people like message me? Olivia. Exciting career opportunities await. What the?
26.
Download. Download. Empty chair. Now.
10:46. Yes, are you clear to copy at 10:46?
Go ahead, I'm taking a field on TJ, guys.
Going to be my number 07 on 89 going eastbound. The motorcycles parked on the side of the road. They are, the rider is also sticking on the other side of the guardrail.
Nobody cares.
Passerby. No further.
Soundboard. How do I do this? I gotta remember how to do this. Soundboard. Play audio.
Was 307 on US 89 going eastbound.
Create folder. Set from file. Multi-action. I gotta remember how to work my soundboard, or how to add stuff to my soundboard. Open hotkey website system brightness timer. Play audio. Dragon action. Oh, okay.
West, 1120 north on local Tango 507 Golf Tango.
Chair. File. Downloads. The empty chair. Volume.
From TJ.
Copy 12:43.
Is there a chair icon? There's no chair icon.
Copy 12:43.
Legacy icons. There's gotta be a chair. Oh, is there no chair? No chair. Dang. We'll just do. I want it to be a different icon though, so it pops. Let's do this clock icon. Timer. No, timer is a timer.
1358 South, 1550 East. Report of a man that was assaulted by his ex-girlfriend.
Lame.
Stating that he was injured in the eye and that she has fled the scene.
Uh-oh. Get her. Woman abuse.
Or just let me know if we have a DOT for the suspect.
Yeah.
Copy.
Yeah. Now whenever I go to the bathroom or go to get beer or whatever, we can play the chair song. We need a couple more chair songs. We need a hip hop one and a rock one. so we can switch it up.
So that's a good question, and it's a question that goes to...
It's me, I'm Ask Your Bartender. I accepted your friend request. Ask Your Bartender. I had like 9 friend requests that I didn't know. I always forget to check that.
Right? No, not in those woods. We've walked through those woods and secured it. As to the community, I can tell you that this was a targeted event. We don't believe that the community is at risk. However, we are exhausting every resource to find him, and we will do so.
This is what happens when you celebrate somebody like Luigi Mangione. And then when you have a shooting at a protest and the guy doesn't even get arrested for it, they arrest the wrong guy. Still haven't arrested the actual suspect.
The caller is saying that she lives in Sandy, so possibly heading to that location. 12711.
Hi, copy 2711. Now be 13 to UAU campus or home.
I gotta go to bed soon, guys.
So I can't comment specifically on his face or any details such as that, as it's continuing to be a part of the investigation, and again, we'll release that shortly. However, we're doing everything we can to find him, and we're not sure how far he has gone yet, but we will do our best. We have images of the suspect. Again, as part of the investigation, we're not releasing any details such as that right now.
Okay, they don't answer.
At 576 South Linden Park Drive in Linden on Fire 1.
I bet when I wake up, they're going to have the guy. Because I got to get some sleep. I bet you when I wake up, they got him. I think I sent you the request like 3 weeks or a month ago. Yeah. I think Abe sent me one. Abe sent me one. He probably sent it to me months ago.
Hey, not glad at all to be with you under these circumstances. I don't think anyone is. There's no good way to cover this. There's no good way to...
He took his gun off his desk for this one.
He's involved with an individual with possible head trauma.
And just the day before this, his thumbnail was him pointing his gun at the screen. And it was about the arena girl. Basically, the episode was about how to make sure stuff like that doesn't happen as you carry. But now in this one, he doesn't have his gun on the desk. It's always right here on the desk.
On Fire 1.
To handle this, and I think we have to be here anyway. And this is heartbreaking for everyone. I'm going to try and find the right words here today. Here's what I ask for. I ask for grace all around, because emotions are high for everyone, and people sometimes are missing. Let's not try and score any points. There are children who don't have a father. The Kirk family who's affected forever. It's not a game. The left is not playing games, and neither should you. And right now, we're very rare, for a very rare occasion, we're streaming live wide to YouTube, and this is going to be very short-lived. If you are on YouTube, the whole reason for Rumble is days like today. Head on over, because the kinds of things that I'm going to be saying probably get the channel nuked on YouTube. And let me be really clear here. I am not advocating, this is an inflection point, I am not advocating for violence, wanton violence against the left. I'm not advocating for a civil war. I'm not advocating for anything that should be a violation of big tech's policy that forbids you from fighting back, but it's going to get really fucking close. That's where I am. I hope I made myself clear.
400 north, 1500 west, Bravo 176, Whiskey Papa.
Let me just start with this morning, and you've seen this now. Our undercover team who did some work here, the best in the world, I'll just say Jay, codename Jay, who got this morning was a leak from someone who was a long-time viewer of the show and works under the DOJ. And so we released this, and now the media, the rest of the media is confirming it. There was a briefing confirming it. I want to read this to you because there's a lot of misinformation going around. On September 10th, 2025, this comes from our source, at approximately 12:24 p.m., conservative political influencer Charlie Kirk was shot and killed at the Utah Valley University in
Marshall, we don't need to know that you're going to the bathroom, dude.
Orem, Utah. Let me make sure I get, yeah, okay. This is the stuff that you know. Mr. Kirk was... Multiple SLC 1 and 3 agents responded immediately. The suspect fired one shot from an elevated position.
I already read this, so I'm going to skip through this because I got to get to sleep soon. This is 20 minutes, so... How did I just mute?
Area near the
M is mute. What?
Firearm appears to...
M is mute.
To match the suspect's route of travel. The spent cartridge was still chambered in addition to 3 unspent rounds at the top Fed magazine. All cartridges have engraved wording on them, expressing transgender and anti-fascist ideology. An emergency trace has been submitted. An ATF SLC is working leads generated by the trace. The firearm and ammunition have been taken by the FBI, DNA analysis, and fingerprint impressions. Upon completion of forensics, the firearm will be disassembled for additional importer information. Multiple people of interest have having contacted or detained because of eyewitnesses' testimony and review of video footage. The primary suspect is yet to be identified. ATF is assisting the investigation with multiple other, the rest.
The CW phrase. What does that mean? The CW phrase. The CW phrase. CW.
201, I'm arriving on the crash.
CW. Spell it backwards.
Is it possible that I put your stop under 304?
What is CW phrase?
Engraved with trans and anti-fascist, Antifa ideology. I know yesterday we all thought it, we all prayed and hoped. Evil, senseless, enabled and abetted. People say, who could have seen this coming? Teacher? Everyone? Everyone?
Yeah, who had that on their bingo card?
Was paying attention?
That was the free space.
Before we open this in prayer,
that was the free space on the bingo card.
I want to thank the undercover unit who did this, and I hope they catch the bastard. And I hope it hurts. I hope it hurts. I hope it's unpleasant. Because Charlie Kirk and his family did not deserve at all what he got.
His the letter he read says that they're engraved with that, but when the guy came out, the special investigator came out and gave his press announcement. He corroborated everything. Shut up, robot. He corroborated everything that Crowder's source said, except for that part. They didn't say anything about finding shells with engravings on them at the press conference with the special investigator. So But the fact that they corroborated everything else tells me they just don't want to say that part yet. Because they know people are going to get, I mean, like we didn't know already.
But whoever this person is deserves it to hurt. And whoever pops their head up and even attempts any act of violence, not even taking a shot. I'm not advocating that you take violence into your own hands. Let me be clear. I am advocating now, going forward, hair-trigger defense. Because you, we, and Charlie that day, make no mistake, was hunted. We are being hunted. This is terrorism. And I don't want to hear about both sides. Charlie Kirk's death was the direct result of leftist terrorism in America. Let me make that case. There are only a couple of people who've been in that chair, surrounded on campus. I know what it's like.
The picture of the suspect, he has an American flag on his shirt. That house we were at, there's an American flag hanging in the front. And somebody in chat was like, well, why do they have an American flag hanging up? Leftists fly American flags too. Crazy leftists love this country too. They hate this country because they're not in charge. But they love this country because they know that they can be in charge one day. Because of liberalism. Because live and let live. Because of, we don't want to be authoritarian. We don't want to have laws and stuff against certain things. We want to just let everybody have freedom. So they love America too because they want to be in charge. They'll usually fly the flag upside down, or they'll sew it to a Ukrainian flag or a Mexican flag, or they'll burn it. But they fly flags too.
Had the assaults come, I'm just speaking from experience. I've lived that nightmare over 100 times in my life. Happens after the first 1, 2, or 3 death threats or assaults that Charlie had to live through too. And he had to live through that while the media that now pretends like they had respect for him called him a Nazi. And now they want to say, hey, let's cool temperatures.
Condone all political violence.
Let's simmer this down. Okay?
Now all of a sudden they want to condone any act of political violence. But when you call somebody a Nazi and you say punch a Nazi, we kill Nazis. That's what they're saying. Kill them. If you're a Trump supporter, kill them.
I will when you bring Charlie back. I will when you unpropagandize every single person.
What Steven's saying troubles you a lot. Yeah, I know. And people last night were saying that Trump's address was incendiary and or inflammatory. Man. Nah. I think Trump's address was too soft. You can, no matter what he says, somebody's gonna bitch about it. When it's COVID and he says, calm down, it's not a big deal. Everybody says, why is he not worried about this? Why is he not freaking out about this? He's trying to keep Americans calm. This is a time of tragedy. Then when he comes out and gets a little heated, all of a sudden it's too inflammatory. Man, the time for that mess is over.
Who you made to believe that Charlie and all of us are Nazis and committing a genocide and racist and sexist. Let me ask you this. If a real Nazi, if a real genocidal Hitler was sitting there out in the open, if you believed it, if you really believed it, you thought that person was going to kill 6 million Jews, would you take the shot? Now add mental illness and fucking hormones. Yeah, we'll put that genie back in the bottle. You first. Why is it we're always asked? Why is it incumbent upon us?
And chronically online, internet, screens in front of the face from their time they're born, lack of parenting, crazy public schools with crazy teachers in the public schools, crap in their food, all sorts of garbage chemicals in their food and their water and their toothpaste and their it's all of that.
To cool temperatures, and we're the only ones getting shot, getting hit with bike locks.
American Eagle shirt is greater than freedom. American Eagle shirt, freedom, subliminal messages of a targeted hit. He was wearing are you saying the shooter was wearing an American Eagle shirt? I wouldn't be surprised. And also, they'll do that to throw the dogs off the scent. Make the media think he's a right-wing guy because he's got an American Eagle shirt on. Just like the Butler shooter, people are still saying he was a conservative. He donated to Act Blue. He was a registered Republican because that's what Democrats do so that they can fuck up the polls. That's well known that they do that. They register as Republicans so that they can mess up the polls, the polling data, and then when they vote, the Republicans get complacent because they're like, look at all these registered Republican voters. We're going to win this easy. And then people get complacent and they don't go vote. Turns out a lot of those registered Republicans are Democrats. I've heard of a lot of Democrats doing that. I've never heard of a Republican doing that. Maybe we got to start doing that.
Getting rocks in the head. Getting ice picks. You've lived through it with me. It's terrorism. You know what these people want? Charlie Kirk's death is the result of leftist terrorism in America because they made this really clear. Hey, Charlie. Hey, well, it could be Ben Shapiro. Could be me. Could be any one of you. Hey, do you want to impact the country? Do you want to change minds? Do you want to affect people's hearts and minds? How much do you want it more than your children to have a father? That's the message. But you let cooler heads prevail. And you know why this source gave this to us? Do you know why? This person under the ATF? They were rightfully concerned that it may be buried.
Of course. Well, they're already trying to bury the inscriptions on the shell casings. Now, they could have good reason for that. They don't want to release that yet because they don't want riots to break out. But when Martin Luther King got assassinated, cities burnt. I don't think anything like that's going to happen with this. So I don't want to hear virtue signaling about, oh, this is incendiary or this is inflammatory. Maybe a few little scuffles will happen, like the one in Iowa last night. They beat the hell out of some dude on a scooter because he was screaming "fuck Charlie Kirk" at a Charlie Kirk memorial. They had a memorial gathering at the Iowa state capitol, and some dumbass rode through the middle of it screaming "fuck Charlie Kirk" on a scooter, and they beat the hell out of him. And guess what? I'm not mad at him. He got up and he walked away. Nobody killed him. He just got roughed up a bit. Good. We used to tar and feather people. We used to tomato people when they abused their soapbox and they had a bad message. And you couldn't do it anonymously. You would get up on your soapbox in the middle of the town square and you could say whatever you want. But guess what? If you say something stupid, you're going to get checked. Everybody's like, nobody's saying we need to go start a war, but like we can't just keep letting this stuff slide and just being like, oh, we'll be nice about it. We'll be nice about it. Founding fathers would be rolling in their graves. They'd be stacking bodies by now. I don't know. I don't know. People are so soft.
And I hope you appreciate the world that you live in that's lesser with someone like Charlie Kirk gone. But before this place and before people like Charlie, before that, there was an era where, my God, you had to rely on the people, CNN, Fox News. And if they chose not to cover this, you would never know. Hey, maybe someone else would have covered this. Maybe the Wall Street Journal would tell you this was clearly what seems to be a radical trans ideologue who committed terrorism and an assassination. Maybe, or maybe they wouldn't have covered it if it hadn't already gotten out. Nashville Manifesto. DOJ prosecuting.
Yeah, we showed it already. Ask your bartender.
Prosecuting Trump. Jay Varma, COVID architect, locked down that they didn't respect themselves. Maybe it would have been like that. You think none of these outlets had it? This source was afraid that it would be same old, and that Charlie Kirk's death would be in vain. Fight like hell takes on a whole new meaning now. Just like people have said, they're not after Trump, they're after you, he's in the way. The same can be said for Charlie Kirk. The same can be said for anyone. Anyone who goes out and risks life and limb to express a political opinion, and the other side acts with impunity. They act with impunity. Presidents, of course, both sides. Highest profile person on earth. Show me the last time, let alone multiple times, that a liberal commentator was murdered and assaulted. Because our side doesn't do that. And you shouldn't do that. But you should have no tolerance. It's real life out there. It's real life out there, guys. And in the real world, there are psychos. Or as the left refers to them, useful pawns. Useful pawns.
Useful idiots.
And if anyone else out there, by the way, has any more information, because aside from prayers and heartbreak and mourning for Charlie Kirk and his family, what do we do going forward? I'm going to do the only thing that I know how to do. That's fight back. That's try and shine a light on truth. And you guys have helped out. You guys have changed the country. People like Charlie have inspired you to change the country. People doing things that weren't being done.
Even if maybe instead of fighting like with the way doing the things they do back to them, instead of that, the way we fight is we got to get rid of the divisions on our own side. Christians, Orthodox, Catholic, conservatives, more authoritarian, more theocratic, more libertarian right-wing guys. Instead of hating on each other all the time, the Groiper types always hating on everybody against the TPUSA types, and the TPUSA types hating on the more authoritarian types, and we fight by sticking together. I was thinking about this last night, more so Christians. The way I hear, because I used to do this too, and I realized it's stupid. It's stupid. if you're an Orthodox guy and you're always talking shit about Protestants, that's stupid. If you're a Catholic, if you're an Orthodox guy and you're always talking shit about Catholics, that's stupid. If you're a Catholic and you're talking, it goes all the way around. Protestants talking shit about the Orthodox and the Catholics. Yes, of course, we don't like the Protestant churches where they hang gay flags. But guess what? Protestants don't like that either. Nobody likes that. But always talking shit about the evangelicals or the charismatics or the ortho bros, or talking shit about the Catholics and saying stuff about the priests or saying stuff. All of us do it. And that's stupid. At least Christians should be able to unite. Jesus came to bring a sword. He came to divide. He didn't come to divide Christians into 5,000 different denominations. He didn't come to divide like-minded Christian conservatives into a whole bunch of different political factions and different groups. TPUSAs, the Daily Wires, the Zionists, the Groypers, That's not the division. The division is good versus evil. I'm not trying to sound all kumbaya. Can we all just get along? Because I know oil and water don't mix. We're not going to get along with demonic, baby sacrificing, drugged up leftists. But at least can we unite as a team on this side? Because that shit's not helping either. The left organizes. They have protests every weekend in every city in America. As long as Trump is president, they're going to be out there. And yeah, now they've dwindled and now it's just a lot of old boomers. But whenever once a month, when they organize a big one, they show up in force, ready for battle, geared up, in uniform. You think it's stupid they have the umbrellas, they have goggles and masks on. That's not just a costume. That's practical too. There's a utility to that. The umbrella blocks gas canisters and pepper balls. The mask, the goggles and the mask stop the gas from going in your face, tear gas. They're in uniform. They're in gear, ready for a battle. And then what, we pull up and we drive around in big trucks in a circle for a little while and then leave? Honk our horns and fly our flags and then leave? What is that?
So please, if you see anything else, if you know anything, send your information to lwctips@protonmail.com, just like this person will. Protect our sources with our life, and boy, do we mean that literally. Because every one of us in this position, every one of us knows that it's a possibility. Guarantee you, Charlie knew that. Lived with it and did it anyway. Gerald, if you can, I think I already said a lot, but I know is to pray for us to have the right words of wisdom and insight. And I guess I spoke outside of the prayer umbrella, so hopefully I don't spontaneously combust. But
I think you'll be okay. But really quickly, I know a lot of people have been saying they don't pray often, but they have been kind of led to pray now. I think that's a great response to this, and prayer is simple. So we're just going to pray real quick.
All right.
So Father, we just thank you for the opportunity to come here and to be before you and to live in this wonderful and great country. But there are days like this where we just don't know what to say. We don't know what to pray. We don't really have words to adequately express kind of how we're feeling, Father. But we know that you understand. We know that you experienced all the emotions that are possible for us. And so we just pray that you would be with everybody affected by this. First and foremost, the members of Charlie's family, everybody close to him, the millions of people that he touched and touched their lives around this country that woke up feeling this emptiness inside of them, Lord, that really doesn't have a whole lot of comparison in our lifetimes, Lord. We just need you. We need you to be with every single person in whatever way you do it, Lord, because we don't know, we don't understand how you do it, but you give us peace that goes beyond understanding. And Lord, I pray that everybody would understand that Charlie is in your presence now. As much sadness as there is here for those of us left behind, Charlie's message was to accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior and to have salvation through that. And I pray that that's what people turn to now. So as we talk about this and every other subject we cover, Lord, I pray that we do it well, that we would do it accurately, and that we would honor you with it. In Jesus' name, amen.
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 And before I move on, I'll just let you know that, of course, the press, by the way, if you could kill the because I know we have a lot of people, kill the mics just for a little bit until we bring everyone in. Gerald, Josh, and my dad is here because he's actually had a lot of firsthand experience, Pops Crowder, with security issues. It's still going on. And what do I mean by that is the left is still trying to spin this, and if we allow them to, that's what makes all of this more meaningless. This morning, Business Insider reached out.
Well, you could do both, Jeremy. You can send tips to the FBI and to Crowder.
Out to me after we leaked this, and they asked how yesterday's events would change conservative media and appearances going forward. This is this morning, and I responded, I haven't changed, but it's clear that we're now being hunted. So now the approach does. Fight like hell takes on a whole new meaning. And they reached out and said, well, can you clarify what that means, the approach? And my response was, no. Why? Because I still think that people want to twist it. Charlie Kirk was brutally murdered by a leftist terrorist.
And people are being
and they
soft.
want you to be on your heels. Hey. Both sides, man. Nope. And let me. When I say this, who would have seen this coming?
Warned us about a democracy.
Everyone. And I don't mean this specific incident with Charlie, this specific tragedy. I mean us getting to this place. And the left is going to try and gaslight you and make it seem like it's both sides.
Right now,
But let me tell you, I've been here and I've experienced this. More assaults than I could list for you. You've watched it. And the exact behavior, and by the way, criminal, violent behavior, assaults, sometimes with a weapon, were dismissed, weren't covered, were condoned, and just replaced what you see, a bike lock, a lunchbox, a rock with a gun. If there's enough damage, everyone cares. Yeah, but what about all the times beforehand? And that's the specter everyone has to live under. If you, my God, Charlie Kirk was killed by a terrorist. Think about this for a second. The right is afraid of expressing their opinions very often. And right now, you probably have some rage in you, and you probably have some things that you...
Yeah, I know. But if they can't say it on YouTube, why would I watch the Rumble episode on YouTube? That wouldn't be smart.
You want to say, but you're afraid to express it, lest you be taken out of context or someone uses it against you. Charlie Kirk sat down at a table with people. And they took his life anyway.
That's why Steven stopped doing Shame
And
on
I've
Minds
sat at that table many times, and by the skin of my teeth, I'm still here. Because there are plenty of examples you can point to where an inch difference, a change of the weapon in the hand, and this could have happened. And there was never, from legacy media or the left, an outcry of bringing temperatures down. I'll give you one example that I went through. Here, let's go.
He's probably talking about
grabs a homeless man's pencil case lunchbox and whipped it at him from the exact same angle.
Yeah.
Yes, Toolman.
The homeless guy
on YouTube.
That's when they did the change my mind on the streets. The colleges started getting crazy, so he did one of them out in like a city street. And there was a crazy trans homeless person throwing stuff at him.
No, I thought we were off YouTube. I said 5 minutes on YouTube. Don't kill YouTube. Sorry, I didn't tell you to kill the YouTube stream. I'm sorry.
I gotta go to bed, guys. Yeah, I mean, all those are on YouTube. I've seen him. He's been attacked a couple times by crazy people doing change my minds.
Is breaking news from KSL.
This is a dark day for our state. It's a tragic day for our nation. I want to be very clear.
American Comeback Tour was his first stop, the first campus that he was holding this tour when this gunshot rang out. The bullet struck his neck. Through exactly what happened here. Take a look at this particular video. In the seconds after the shot was fired, one of the videos captures a person running across a roof that is on top of the Losi building there. And you see that person spotlighted here. Investigators tell us it's likely that shot was taken from the roof. And then we have another video. Take a look at this.
So there's somebody on the roof right there?
Seen this.
That video with us that may give us a different vantage point to a person on the roof. He also mentioned seeing that individual run across the Losi building.
People running down the hallway.
Now, during the panic, immediately after the shooting, one witness says he actually dove into one of the nearby fountains to protect himself, not knowing how many more shots would follow. So coming up in the next half hour, I'll let you hear from that witness who was as close as you can possibly be to Kirk when the shooting happened, and hear the emotions that he...
Spencer Cox yesterday calling this a political assassination.
All right, guys, I gotta go to bed. I have a feeling I'm gonna wake up and the shooter's gonna be caught. But I gotta get some sleep. So, thanks for watching. I'll keep you up to date on this. Hopefully, well, tomorrow's Friday. Hopefully tomorrow we can just do some gaming or something. Take a little break from this, maybe? You think the killer's going to get away? I don't think so. Not if it's true that it's just some college kid, he's not going to get away. He's not getting away. If he were a trained hitman and this was some high-level operation hit, and the kid that they're showing us isn't just a Ponzi, if that's the case, if it is some high-level hit or some sort of agency op, then the shooter might get away. You might be right. But if it's true that if it was just some college kid, some college-age young crazy guy, he's not getting away. They'll find him. But it just depends. That could be a distract. Like that could be to throw people off the scent, or throw the shooter off the scent. You know, that could be a, what's it called? Burying the lead, or a false, like a decoy. Like they put that picture out there, so then the real shooter thinks he's going to get away with it. So maybe he starts acting recklessly, and then they get him. That could be the plan. So I don't know, but if it's some high level, paid hit or operation or something like that, then the shooter might get away. But if it's just some dumbass kid, he won't get away. But we'll find out more. We don't know yet. So following Kirk has, etc. With the release of those images, they should got plenty of tips. Source him out already. Well, we've been listening to the police scanner. We've had 4 tips in the. They've went and checked on 4 potential suspect sightings. Just as I've been sitting here. So they're getting tips, and they're sending cops out to check on sightings every 15, 20 minutes on the police scanner. So eventually one of them's going to be the guy, or maybe this is all, I don't know yet, but we'll see. Where can we listen to the scanner? Just download police scanner on an app. Go to App Store, download the police scanner, and then type in Salt Lake City. I don't think they have Orem. I didn't even check Orem. But Salt Lake City is, I think it's got a lot of, because they're talking about being at UWU, which is in Orem, which is like 40 minutes away from Salt Lake City. But on the scanner, I'm hearing them talk from UVU. Every day we move most civil dispute. Yeah. All right, guys, I got to go. God bless you. Crazy times. Crazy times. The world's a crazy place. I just report on it. I'll see you tomorrow morning, because I'm going to sleep until 8 p.m. and go straight to work when I wake up. So I won't be doing anything tonight. But tomorrow morning, we'll be back. I'll see you guys. God bless. Oh, can I raid somebody? See if I can raid somebody. Raid somebody. Jim Bob. All right, see you guys later. I'm out.